Well, as tensions rise in the Middle East, U.S. warplanes are striking back tonight against a string of Iran-linked attacks on American forces in the region. The American strikes hit two sites in eastern Syria used by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard, according to Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. A pair of F-16 fighter jets targeted a weapons storage facility and an ammunition storage facility, dropping precise munitions on those targets, according to a senior U.S. military official. The move comes as Washington seeks to deter further attacks on American troops in Iraq and Syria. The number of Iran-linked attacks against American troops is up now to 20, according to Austin. 21 American service members have been injured in those attacks. To drill down more on the U.S. strikes on Syria and on Israel's increasing ground raids in Gaza, let's go now to General Richard Newton, NewsNation's senior national security contributor, and Dan Dezso, former U.S. Army Special Operations Green Beret and founder and CEO of the Banyan Risk Group. Gentlemen, great to have you both with us tonight. General, I'd like to start with you. The bombing campaign is from both the air and the ground, and the IDF says it's targeting that 300-mile-long tunnel system. But we're also hearing reports that all mobile networks were cut off. What's going on?
Well, obviously, and good evening, Elizabeth. Always good to be with you. They're obviously in a phase where they're preparing the battlefield for supposedly, more, not incursions, but perhaps an invasion, if you will. But let's back up just a bit here. I don't anticipate this to be much of a, like a shock and awe type of attack over the next several days. This is going to be a long, prolonged campaign, and you're going to see more of this. It's obviously more intense, as Robert Sherman very effectively reported, not only from the air, but from the ground. And so you're seeing the Israeli Defense Forces preparing the battlefield for perhaps, more invasions, larger scope of invasions and so forth. But certainly the Israeli Defense Forces are ready. They've been using artillery. They've got tanks. Air power has been significant. You're going to see more of this in the coming days. And then as we, really kept our minds on are the hostages. And the hostages situation is going to be based on what type of intelligence that is fresh that we can go out, or the Israeli forces can go and try to mount a rescue operation. So much more of this to follow is my point.
David, the IDF, I was really fascinated by this. The IDF called a news conference today to announce that Hamas's headquarters is now underneath the Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza, and that it's directing terrorist operations from the basement of that hospital. We can't independently confirm this, but it is straight out of Hamas's playbook. What can or should the IDF do about it?
Certainly, that's not new to terrorist organizations. They used to hide in Iraq and Afghanistan in mosques and weapons caches in hospitals. It's a normal tactic for them, and it's very hard for us to deal with. Typically, regardless of what they do, we typically don't bomb those sites due to the amount of civilian losses that would take. So it's a tactic that they use unfairly, but that's what they do typically.
Yeah. All right, General, this raid that's happening tonight is taking place in total darkness. Does this give the Israeli strategic advantage, given, the IDF will have night vision goggles, all sorts of equipment to help them? In other words, would the ground invasion actually begin at night?
I would anticipate it to begin at night. Night will be friendly, obviously, to the forces, Israeli forces going on the attack. But the preparing the battlefield and the intense air power attacks have really been occurring 24/7. But I would anticipate if and when the ground invasion kicks off, it'll be at night. But it won't necessarily just stop in the daytime. I think you'll see relentless attacks and maneuvers on the ground, especially with mobile capabilities such as tanks and so forth, will continue through the day. But they'll kick this thing off, I would anticipate, during the darkness.
We're looking right now at a live shot of the Gaza border right now, where it appears to be, at least at this nanosecond, in this shot, we're not seeing too much going on in the way of airstrikes, but they have been coming fast and furious all evening. David, I just wanted, given your experience, the IDF really has a challenge ahead of them, even with all the tanks and even with all the night vision goggles and even with the advantage at darkness. They're up against an enemy that has had years to prepare and dig these tunnels, hundreds of miles of them, to mine them, to booby trap them, to plant IEDs. They know this territory like the backs of their hands. This is really going to be tough stuff.
Right. Right. And this is definitely where speed and surprise are going to be the main elements. We typically do own the night. When you're looking at a more sophisticated force, they will go in at night. It helps it levels a little bit of the playing field when they're fortified.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.